Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. It is Monday. It is Marketplace Monday. It is the beginning of a new week. It is the beginning of our fast if you're part of the LTM family. So we're excited about that. We're fasting, we're praying, we're seeking the Lord. So, what a great time to start a new series on Marketplace Monday. We just finished our series on communication. I am actually bundling all that up, writing a book about it. I'm going to be sending it to print, make it available to all of you guys here first, obviously, because you walked through the journey with me. But it's going to be a great book. It's going to be communication, building teams to win, building teams to thrive. It will apply to your marriage. It'll apply to your ministry. It'll apply to your work. Communication is a real challenge today, and getting communication right and mastering it is a definite key to success. Amen. So today I want to start on a new sermon series. I was praying about this, thinking about it, saying, Lord, what's an area in the marketplace that people struggle today? What's an area that maybe people have questions about? And there are a lot of people that desire to or are, because of COVID, been forced into what we call a remote work environment. Now, I want to talk today in this new series called Mastering Remote Work: Visibility, Productivity, and Influence. Now, if you don't, well, Pastor, maybe I shouldn't watch for the next 5 sessions because I'm not a remote worker. No, you do need to watch because it's about, and you're going to see after I do the introduction, what remote working is all about. Because at the end of the day, remote working is about discipline. Remote working is about visibility. Remote working is about being productive. And actually, any work, no matter where you work, if you want to be successful, if you want to increase, if you want promotion, you're going to have to learn about productivity. You're going to have to learn about accountability. You're going to have to learn about discipline. These are all things that allow you to drive the business and thrive within the business that you're in. So it's about driving and thriving, right? So I'm excited about this. I think it's something that a lot of people need to hear. If you're a remote worker, you definitely need to tune in and hear this. If you're not a remote worker, then you just need to listen for the things that apply. So again, the series is Mastering Remote Work, right? Visibility, productivity, and influence. That's the series. Today we're going to cover the remote work trap. The remote work trap, which is what? How to stay productive and disciplined. A lot of people, man, when they get into remote working, they don't realize remote work isn't about just having freedom, being able to work in your pajamas, being able to get up when you want, go when you want. That's not what remote work is about. Remote work is about discipline. Write this down, put it in the chat. Remote work is about three key things. It's about discipline, it's about consistency, and it's about actually building worth. Building worth. You gotta, you gotta provide worth. You gotta show your value in your work environment. Watch this, where there's limited visibility. Where you're not working in an office no more where you walk over and your boss sees you working, or you can have these huddles with your boss, and your boss knows that you're engaged, your boss knows that you're participating, your boss knows you're part of the team, and as a result of that, your boss values you. Your boss begins to develop and build value in you, right? Many remote workers unknowingly slip into complacency. They mistake flexibility for an excuse to slack off. A lot of times, remote workers, man, they really feel it's this thing for them to do what they want to do, and it's really, really not, right? What's the truth? Well, those who succeed in remote work roles actually create their own structure, They demand accountability and they take control of their productivity, right? That's the real key. Abraham Lincoln said it this way: discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Because typically when we act out of character and we're not, in discipline, we're just doing the things our flesh wants. We're doing the things that we want now versus what we want most, right? What we want now may be a donut for breakfast. Pastor Franny's struggling already this morning with the fast. She got up. I saw her in the refrigerator. She didn't know she can't eat till 11. She wants a donut. What do you want, honey? She wants some food, right? So what does she want now versus what does she want most, which is she wants to be on the fast with us, right? So anyway, I'm just joking. She woke up this morning and actually goes, oh, I forgot we're on the fast. So she's getting on it. All right. So let's look at the 5 key points to remote work. So remember, today we're talking about mastering remote work, right? Visibility, productivity, and influence. That's the show title. Today we're talking about the trap, right? How do we stay disciplined? How do we stay productive? So let's look at that. Number 1, what is one of the key hidden dangers of remote work? What is the danger of remote work? Well, first of all, remote work creates a very unique opportunity, right, for productivity. But it also creates a unique opportunity for procrastination. It also creates a unique opportunity for blurred work-life boundaries. It also creates an opportunity for lack of accountability, right? So the first thing that we need to understand in remote working, and write this down, the very first thing is awareness is the first step of overcoming the obstacles of work from home or remote work. Awareness. What? Be aware. Number 1, let me tell y'all something. I'm a tech person. There are companies today that when you open your laptop up and you get in front of it, they know if you're in front of your laptop. And don't put a little doll there thinking that they know. There's a thing called Face ID. I worked in the industry for a long time. Okay? They're looking at you. They're watching you. They're listening to you. So don't think that you could just go do whatever you want to do, okay, in front of that screen. So they know what you're doing. But let me tell you something. You should not be working to game the system. If you work from 9 to 5, be in front of your computer from 9 to 5. Take normal breaks like you normally do at the normal workplace. Give it what you normally give it, right? Become aware, right? Number 2, structure equals success. Structure equals success. What do you mean, Pastor? Put together, create a consistent schedule. Get on your calendar where everybody can see your calendar. Set clear work hours. Every week, Sunday night before you go to work, set your calendar. I'm going to be at my desk from this time to this time. I'm going to be on a call. I'm going to be here. This is what I'm doing. Let them see your calendar. And let me tell you something. If you can't fill your calendar up for the work week with events and things you're going to be doing, you might want to start looking for another job, because they're going to notice that. The first thing I do is I go look at people's calendars. You got to define in that calendar daily goals. At the top of my calendar, I put the 5 most important things I want to get done for the day. That's at 7 a.m. From 7 to 8, I just define everything I want to get done in that day. And then I go down from 8 o'clock to whatever time I need. 6, 7, 8 o'clock, whatever it is, I block out. I got a call with this person. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to review this proposal. From 9 to 10, I'm going to do this. From 12 to 1, I'm going to take a lunch break. Then I'm going to do this, this, and this. From 3 to 3:30, I'm going to take a break. There's nothing wrong with taking breaks. But make sure that you are setting a clearly defined schedule. That will help you. Write it down. Say it. Put it in the chat. Structure equals success. Structure equals success. Point number 3, track and measure your work. When you put all that stuff I just described into your calendar, you are tracking your work, right? And always remember this, you can't improve what you don't track. You got to use the digital tools that are being given to you to measure your output. You want to be accountable to output. You want to be accountable to getting things done. Never, ever be accountable to working hours. Listen to me, folks. Working hours equals, right, put this in the chat. Working hours equals getting fired. Put that in the chat. Working hours equals getting fired. And then put in the chat, working hours that produces results equals promotion. Working hours that equals results produces promotion. You can't just punch the clock. And let me tell you another thing. Y'all hear me say it all the time. Assumption is what? The lowest form of knowledge. Stop assuming your boss knows what you're doing. I would sit down. If I worked remote, I would have a meeting with my boss at 4 to 5 o'clock every Friday afternoon. It would be an ongoing meeting on the calendar. And I would go over with him in that 1 hour, everything that you were assigned during the week, everything that you completed during the week that you were assigned, and everything you did that you were not assigned that you took it upon yourself to do. Track and measure your work. That's point number 3. Use your tools, right? Measure your output. This ensures that you will remain productive, and it also makes it visible to your leadership. Why is all this important? Point number 4. Man, I hope y'all are getting this today. You could do the same thing if you don't work remote. If you work in a job, you don't have to be a remote worker. If you work at a job, I would do the same thing. If you want increase, if you want promotion, if you want a raise, if you want more money, let me tell you something, folks. People are not going to give you more money for working hours. People are going to give you more money for proving that you are increasing the productivity and the output of the team. Productivity and output is what gets raises. Listen, let me ask you a question. Can I make this real simple? If I go to work in a pizzeria, and they got 2 guys making pizzas, I want y'all to think about this for a minute. And the first day on the job, I asked the boss, I say, hey, sir, let me ask you a question. How many pizzas y'all put out a day? Well, we put out, we put out 100 pizzas a day. Okay. And we have 2 people. Now, see, the first day somebody calls in sick, you're going to get mad because you figure you got to work all by yourself today. I'm not. I'm going to get glad because it's an opportunity. Because I have a data point. They do 100 pizzas a day. What happens at the end of that day if we do 110 pizzas and I'm the only person there? I just proved to my boss that he could get twice the production or equal production with half the people. What does that mean? Well, instead of hiring 2 people, give me half that guy's pay and just keep me. You save half, I get more pay, and I'm good. Right? So we got to know the data to measure to. You got to make sure that you're being productive. That brings us to point number 4. Accountability drives results, right? Having an accountable or an accountability system for yourself, like we just talked about with your calendar, right? It could be, and also having an accountability person outside of work, whether it's a manager in work, a mentor, somebody to check in daily, weekly, whatever it is, to make sure that you are tracking, that you are doing the things that you need to be doing. Now, a lot of people are going to drop off because people don't want to hear about being more productive at work. Matter of fact, in America, people don't even want to hear about working at all. So what I'm telling you, it's a great time for you to get a raise. It's a great time for you to get a promotion. It's a great time for you to go further and to develop your career. Why? Because you can easily, through effort, easily through organization, easily through accountability, easily through being accountable, separate yourself from everywhere else. And that leads us to the closing point, number 5, and we'll be done for today. Treat remote work like you do a high performance career. What does that mean? Treat remote work like you do a high performance career. What does that mean? Approach every day as if you were being observed in the office. Maintain professionalism. Over communicate. Write that down. Over communicate and make sure your leadership sees your contributions. Let me tell you something. When I first started working from home, Tom Hopkins taught me something really helped me work from home. I would get in my car every day, say, get in your car, drive around. When you're ready to go to work, get in your car, drive around the block, come back, park your car in the driveway, get out, go to your desk, and start working. It mentally puts you in a workplace frame of mind. And it took it from being a home worker to actually working. Stop planning things all through the days when you're a remote worker. Oh, I'm going to go to my kid's school. I'm going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to go. You don't do that at work. Stop doing things when you're working remote that you wouldn't do if you worked at the job. That's not the purpose of remote work. And all these jobs are going to tell you, oh, yeah, we want you to have freedom. We want baloney. They're measuring you. So what's the key takeaway from today? Write it down. Remote work success is built on discipline, it's built on structure, and it's built on accountability. Remote work success is built on discipline, structure, and accountability. If you treat it with the same intensity as a high performance career, you will stand out and you will achieve promotion, you will achieve increase, and you will advance a lot faster. Amen. I love you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the first show. We got 5 of these we're going to do, man. We're going to really dig into this thing. And like I said, these things apply even if you do work at the job. These are ways to get raises. This is ways to get promotion. Amen. Love you. I love you. I love you. Until Wednesday with Pastor Franny and me. Pastor Nick saying, enjoy life.